Next up is the Mix tab, and as a precursor in this video, I'm going to look at basic mixing that we can do straight on the Play tab here. So you can do all the fundamentals here, and you only really need to dig into the Mix tab for more complex routing. Now, I have a little arrangement done up here. I have 7 instruments loaded into this multi, and they're each set up on their own MIDI channel, and this is one instrument with several MIDI channels accessing it. And I'm going to play it for you. It's a short little region, or short little sequence, and let's listen, and then we'll look at some basic mixing we can do here. Alright, we're going to be working with this little sequence in the next couple of videos as we look at the Mix tab. But to start with, right away here, we can mute and solo individual instruments with these S and M buttons. Basic mixing there, and as well we have volume and pan level adjustments, and I have some initial offsets already set. And we have level metering here. Now the macros allow us pre-programmed access to the most useful parameters, and these update on a per part basis. Now right now we're looking at extreme lead. Let me play it from the lead part here, and I'll solo that, and we can adjust controls that'll affect that sound. And we can access these uniquely for each instrument. When I select the second instrument slot, it updates, and this is the electric guitar, and I can solo this one as well. We have the organ over here, and they'll all be based on different effects or elements on the edit page that are assigned to the macro. So right away we have access to that. Now when we switch to the effects tab, this is where we link into the mixer. For each part, we can do 3 important things. Now, for example, here I have the organ part selected. We can do 3 things. We have 5 insert effects for each instrument or each part here, and we can turn each one on or off with the mute button. That's the first thing we can do. The second thing we can do is by clicking on the tab, as you see, the controls update, so we can actually adjust the parameters of the plugins for each of the slots here on this page. Now this preset doesn't happen to have anything loaded in on 4 or 5, but on 1, 2, and 3 we can turn them off and or adjust the parameters. And the other thing we can do is actually change the plugin assignments per slot by clicking on this menu. We can either remove a plugin or change it to any of the many great sounding available effects plugins within Sample Tank 3. So this corresponds to what we see on the Mixer tab. So if we go here, now right now we're looking at the organ. So if I go here, we'll see on the third strip over here, the organ, we have those 3 plugins. So we can get to them here as well. But the idea being that on the Play tab, we can get to them right from here when we click Effects. So just to recap, we can bypass them on or off with that red button. We can adjust the parameters by clicking on the tab and having it update and show us the parameters for the currently loaded plugin, and we can also actually assign or remove plugins directly from there. So that's basic mixing on the Play tab. We can work on a per part basis, and if I select another part, the plugins will update and show the strips for that particular part. And in the next video, we're going to continue on the Mix tab and look at how we can work with all of this together in one view, and as well use the send effects.